Hello everybody, and this is Leslie, and today I figured I would say hello to everybody. I don't show my face very often on this channel, so I was in the mood today to actually put makeup on, fix and kind of do my hair. So I said, why not come on and show my face for a change? So here I am. So I am in the process of trying to figure out what I was doing for my Dash of Dave design team project. I decided that I'm going to work with the Opulence kit from his Etsy shop, which all of the information will be left down below in my description box. Also too, I will leave a link to Dave's YouTube channel too. And basically what I kind of did was I sat last night and just tried to figure out how, because I don't like just doing just plain old ordinary journals all the time. So I try to be as creative as I possibly can to kind of get the, the motors in the head functioning. So what I did was I took envelopes, the big envelopes, and these don't have the metal piece on it, which I had purchased these from Amazon a while back. And so I have two of them that I'm going to work with. I also have some file folders that I've already cut as flaps, so it's going to be an interactive type of project. And also too, I cut my spine, and I have some fabric that I just ironed today. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be working with. So I kind of laid stuff out last night, and some of it I'm going to do a process video as much as I possibly can. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to show you, this is in no way a tutorial because I am not measuring stuff out, but I just wanted to kind of show you the process of the way I think when I'm actually trying to create things. And that's why usually when I shoot videos like this, it tends to be a longer video, only due to the fact that it takes me a while to do this. So if you're interested in this, these are probably going to be at least 1 hour videos. Okay. There may be some that are a little shorter. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware of that in, ahead of time. But just a little bit, we got a new dog after we had to put Bella to sleep. Since John works for the Seeing Eye, we had decided that we were going to wait until they actually had a dog available for adoption. So there were a couple of dogs that had come up for adoption. One was a foster, but we just felt that she had too many issues. So we didn't end up going with Gina, but we did, John found, and you will see her coming in. So what we ended up doing is we found out that Gabrielle was going to be available. So we took her home as a foster for, I think it was like maybe 1 or 2 days, and she got along well with the cats, since we have 3 cats, one of which is a very cranky old little lady because she's been around about 20 years, and she's still thriving. So we've had Lena for a very, very long time. And the other 2, Cleopatra tends to hide from her, but she will get used to her eventually. It just takes her a little while. Caesar could care less. He's always been very good with dogs, so he just literally, once he gets acquainted with a dog, he's usually really good. So that's our new addition to the family. So if you hear pitter patter of feet or paws, also too, if you see, you know, we're trying to keep her from jumping all the time. There's some training that we have to do with her, but she is only 3 years old. They have trained her. She was not able to actually, for whatever reason, I know John had told me, but I don't remember the reasons why she was not able to be a full-fledged seeing eye dog. So that's what they do. If there's something with the dog that they know is going to be an issue with them doing the work that they need to do to be a seeing eye dog, or anything for that matter, you know, sometimes police officers and stuff, the police departments will come in and they will adopt the dogs, and they will use them as sniff dogs, where, you know, they'll sniff. I know one case John had told me was one of the, I think it was a Labrador. I don't remember which Labrador it was, but one of the police departments took a Labrador, and what they're going to do is they're going to use the dog in a jail to sniff out cell phones. So that's what these dogs are bred for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to start putting together the envelopes and figuring out how I want to configure the whole piece in this first part of the video. We'll see how far we get within an hour, and then what we'll do is each video after that we'll do a little bit more, and then also too we'll come down to the point where we make ephemera and put pieces into it. Now I am going to be sending these out to Dave. I have my original one that I had created, which I do have a video for, and I'll make sure that it's linked down below. It was not a process video. I just did show you what the accordion flip journal looked like. But I am going to eventually be mailing that out to him, out to England. But it won't be until after I've completed this one, because I want to make sure that I send both of them out at the same time. So, and then I think after that, all the ones that I create, I'm gonna keep for myself. But so yeah, that's about it. I know I had mentioned in one of my videos that John and I became huge fans of a musical group called Ghost. Well, they finally announced that they're going to be doing North America in the fall. So the other day I was able to procure 2 VIP tickets for us. So we are going to be seated. We're not going to be standing in the pit, which is probably a good thing for me, because I don't know if I'd be able to stand that long with my back. But we have seats right off the side. We are in the second row, and we get to do a meet and greet with Tobias Forge, who is the creator and mind behind the whole Ghost experience, and the musician. He writes all the music himself, the lyrics himself. He does most of the music and stuff by himself. It is not a band, it is all him. And the man's just genius. He truly is. So, I mean, I'm totally enamored by this man. He's just so talented. It's just amazing. So, as you know, I had been creating a journal for myself because I had mentioned that I am trying to learn to speak Swedish and read Swedish, because I purchased his brother Sebastian's book. He was a writer, he was a teacher, supposedly, according to Tobias, and he did write one book. And give me 1 second while I go and get the book. So here is Sebastian's book. So it's not real big, thank goodness. But it's all written. It's all written in Swedish. So I'm like, I really want to read this book, but I'm gonna have to learn how to read Swedish. So I said, you know what? I'm home because of my arms and the nerve issues in my hands. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can teach myself Swedish. It's not gonna take 2 months. I know that for a fact. But the concert is on September 9th. So what John had mentioned to me, which I thought was a really good idea, because I know what's going to happen is I'm going to get in front of this guy and I'm going to freeze. But what I plan on doing is, according to John, he said the best thing probably for you to do is speak in Swedish to him, saying, "It's a pleasure to meet you," and his character name is Papa. So I'm going to say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Papa." And then I'm going to say that in Swedish. And then I'm also going to try and say in Swedish, "Bear with me. I'm learning to read and speak Swedish. So I'm new because I want to read your brother Sebastian's book." And I'm hoping I could bring out the book and show him that I did purchase the book. I just hope I don't get him upset, because I know anytime I've seen interviews and he talks about his brother, he gets usually very, very upset, because he passed away from a heart condition that he didn't know that he had. And he was born the same year I was. He was born in 68. So I don't know. I had this drive to purchase this book and want to read this book. Supposedly it's about a relationship that had gone wrong, according to Tobias. So this was a book I really, really wanted to read. So this is the reason why I am learning to read and speak Swedish. Now, this is the journal that I created. Okay, I finally got the signatures in, so the signatures are in. Okay, so as you can see, I have been putting phrases and words and all that stuff as I've been doing my learning sessions, because learning any new language is always hard. So I don't care what language you're trying to use. Plus, when you're 54 years old and you were never really all that great in school to begin with, I mean, even though I took 3 years of Spanish, I had a friend who basically helped me all the way through. It's kind of hard, but so I think that's it for right now. So I did work with paper clay. I can show you what I created. It's the ghost emblem that they use for all of their, albums and stuff like that. I can kind of show that to you. I do have to sand it and see. I don't know what I'm going to be using it for yet. I may just put it on a journal for myself. I don't know, but give me 1 second and I will go grab that. So I'm going to put it up against here, and it's rough, but I did do it. So it does say ghost. And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I sand it and stuff. I may just put it on the front of a journal. I don't know how sturdy this is, but I wanted to do something that one night. I mean, it took me probably a good 2 hours, and I used this as my stencil, and I basically put this underneath parchment paper, and then I used the paper clay and just figured out, you know, how to put this on. And I think I did a pretty good job. If you put it up against here, I think I did pretty damn good. So I was very proud of that. Like I said, it took me a while, but I was able to do it. Is there anything else I need to catch you guys up on? I don't think so. So, I'm working on, I started shooting the video yesterday. I have to finish it today. But if anybody has a Ninja Creamy, which is like the ice cream maker, I have a video on my channel where when we first purchased it, I kind of showed us doing it, and I was using their recipe, and their recipe is really bad. You have to use cream cheese and stuff like that. And so we bought that, I want to say in like November. It's taken me this long to finally perfect the vanilla base ice cream for the, to make ice cream, basically. So what I did was I am in the process of finishing up a video, and I will share the ice cream recipe for people who have the creamy machines. I don't know if this is one that you might be able to use it in a big ice cream maker. I mean, you could certainly take the recipe and try it and see if it works. But today I'm going to shoot the last part of it because I had to wait 24 hours for the actual ice cream to freeze. So it's in the freezer as we speak right now. So enough chit chat. I figured I would do like a little chat with you guys, and we're going to get into the project. So I will see you down at my craft table. Take care, everybody, and thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed and all my subscribers that have stayed with me for a very, very, very long time. I truly appreciate you, and thank you. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for sticking with me. I truly appreciate it. Okay, so no more chit chat, and let's get to work. Okay, so basically what I did was last night I took 2 of these envelopes, and what I did was I put them inside of one another. And then basically what I did was I just put them where you can see where they butt up to one another here, okay? And then what I did was I measured out, first off, the paper that I was going to be using. And like I said, we're using Dash of Dave's digital kit here. We're using the Opulence. So I decided that I wanted to use this photo that he created on my front cover. So what I did was I needed to make sure that the paper was going to fit on the actual piece itself. So what I've decided to do is I ripped all around the edges because I always get that white edge around the edges of my papers when I print them. But I'm going to collage around the papers on both the inside cover and also then on the outside cover. Okay, so as you can see, I have a nice wide spine. This is all going to get glued down. So the spine is, let me do this way, because at least then you could kind of tell a little bit better. It's going to be, we're going to say 3 inches. It's just below 3 inches. So we have a 3-inch spine. What I did was, out of cardstock, heavy cardstock that I have, I cut the spine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the spine in fabric. That fabric that I showed you, that I ironed. It is a tannish brown leaf pattern. So with all the birds and stuff in this kit, I figured that would be a good choice. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use that fabric for this. Then the other thing I did was I took a file folder, separated it in half, and then I needed to cut it to the proper size of the actual envelope itself. I did also too cut the ends of the envelope, okay? Because this is going to fit in here as a flip, okay? So this is going to open up, all right? And that's going to be on both sides. So again, put this back together, and then we're going to put this one in this side that is also opened. All right, so that is going to be the inside of the actual, I guess we'll call it a folder. I'm not really sure. I am going to put signatures in this. I am considering doing 5 signatures. I have the space for it. So I am truly thinking about doing 5 signatures. So we're going to put signatures in the middle. We're going to have flip outs at the ends. Also too, I am considering doing a flip up and a flip down, and then having a waterfall somewhere in this section. I have to figure all that out yet. So, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cut as many pieces as possible, so you don't have to sit and watch me struggle with my arm and stuff and my hand trying to do all the prep work, we'll say. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this glued together, and I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. We're going to start on the outside here. And this should be good because I did have it closed. Okay, good. And I'm just gluing the flap down to the back. Okay. Ooh, and I got baby wipes. But I still have to finish my old ones. Okay. So I hope everybody is well. Okay. So that is now glued together. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I am going to collage around the papers that I've chosen. Okay. So this page from the Opulence kit is the page I've chosen for the front. I actually need to cut it down a little bit, a little bit more. So let's do that now. So I'm going to get out my tear ruler again. And I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to tear a little from this side here. I have to do it this way. I don't know about you guys, but I always have an issue doing tearing. Okay. All right, let's test that out. That's much better. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, so that's good. So that, like I said, is going to be the front of the actual piece itself. The one I chose for the back is this piece. So this is going to go on the back. I need to make sure that that's glued down really good. It's all going to be covered anyway, but let's see. Do I need to? I'm going to take a little tiny sliver off of this. So I think we're going to tear it from this side here. Okay. And I will ink up all these edges because that's the look that I'm looking for. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Awesome. And then the other thing too is all of this on the outside, what I plan on doing with that, I think is, I'm not sure if I want to lay a piece of fabric on the outside as well, and then collage outwards. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I may do that along with the spine that I'm going to cover, because this is going to be completely covered. So, I mean, I could probably just glue this right down, which I think I'm going to do right now, because I'm not going to be utilizing this inside part here. So I'm just going to glue this down. Let's glue this. We will be, like I said, utilizing the outside pieces only because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the flips there. And also I have the glue from this still, and that's pretty sticky, to be quite honest with you. So that should be good. That should be down now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a whole bunch of my scraps, and we're going to work from scraps. Now, most of the colors in this kit are, I'm going to show you the kit itself here. This is all of them right here. This is one kit that I did actually print everything. So we have this color. Now I did print two of these because I did like this one a lot. So I know I'm going to utilize that one quite a bit. Again, we have this one in the blue. Then we go into a different color range. So this one is more yellow and purple. And this one has a mixture of yellows, blues, and pinks. This one has more of a green purple with the yellow birds. This one has more of a grungy greenish color. Then this one has the pinks, and it also has darker browns and stuff in it. This one has, as you can see, more yellows and greens. Then this one is more on the berry type color range. And then this one is very, very yellow and golden. So this is his 12 digi papers pack. And again, these also too came from there. That's this one and this one, okay? Now, what I decided I was going to do was I'm going to use, now this is from his latte collection, okay? But I made 2 copies. I made multiple copies of this. So I'm going to use, I think, this on the inside of the journal. And I think I might use this. I may still change my mind only because I'm finding it's very, very pastel in color. And I don't know if it's going to go with these other colors. So I'm not sure about these yet. But these are definitely from his latte collection. All right. So give me a minute to get set up. I'm going to grab some collage fodder and we're going to start collaging this front section. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. So this is going to be the front, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark here. It's going to be covered anyway. That's front, and this is back. I just find it makes it easier for myself. Okay. Now, as always, I have usually no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to pick stuff out and start laying it down. I am going to use my walnut stain, which I just re-inked. For my collage pieces. That I definitely decided on. That was something I really wanted to do, so. And I am going to, for the collage pieces, I'm going to use my glue stick. And I'm going to bring it right up to the top here. Now we're supposed to get a storm here this afternoon. We're going to have a heat wave for the next 2 days. It's supposed to be in the 90s tomorrow and on Sunday. So it's going to be a hot one. And I always feel horrible because John's got to work out in it. Anytime anybody has to work outside in those types of temperatures and heat and humidity, my heart goes out to you because I could never do it. Now, if I have anything that ends up being where it overlaps or it comes off the edge, I'm not worried about it. I will just trim it. See, like that, I don't like because it's not, I need it all the way to the edge. That's better. Okay. All right. So what else do we have in our little bag of treats here? Let's see here. I have a whole bunch of these that I want to use. Let's use this one. Again, this is paper that I use when I am dyeing with the, it's parchment paper, but I use, well, like that's high bitter. We're gonna go with that. I will lay down parchment paper and then I will use my distress stains, the Tim Holtz distress stains and inks and stuff like that. So how do we want to put you? That's pretty. I like that. I think this one we're going to put maybe down here. Put you down there. What side do I want to use? We're going to use this side. Now, I have my iPhone kind of facing me, only because at least then I could see that I'm on camera. Because I tend to work off, because I don't know why, but I tend to work down at the bottom more. So I tried to make sure I angled the camera in the right direction so that you guys don't have any issues. So now let's grab some of these. And this was green packing paper from Amazon. And again, I did the same thing. I used it as my base for when I was covering up some of my papers and stuff with the inks and stuff. So that's basically what that is. Because these were from Christmas when I was actually working on Christmas projects. We'll put you, I think, over here. And I think we're going to put you up on top. Okay, what else we have? Oh, this one's pretty good. This one's got the shimmer on it. These are the ones with the mica. Some of these had mica because I like using the mica sprays. I gotta change my page. I think we'll put you down here. Okay. So I am going to speed up part of this process only because otherwise it's going to take me a really long time to do this probably. And I don't want you guys to get bored. I keep forgetting to ink. And I said I wanted to ink. So we're just going to do the front, and then I'll do the rest all on my own, because you guys, needless to say, don't need to sit and watch me do all that. Collage takes quite a while to do, so. But I hope you enjoyed the little chit chat that I did with you guys in the front. Like I had put on my Instagram, I am now doing like face pictures of myself like every 3 weeks or so. Only because I've been doing a low carb type of lifestyle now, and I started back in February. As of right now, I'm finally down 30 pounds. So I did notice, I never, dummy me, never took a photo of my picture when I first started. I have my measurements that I took, but I'm only going to do measurements like once every possibly 2 months or something like that. I'm not going to do that very often. Even though that's usually where you will find, because I am noticing all of my clothes are getting bigger on me. Which is a very good thing, because I have a lot of clothes. And I haven't been able to wear them in a very long time. Put you up here, I think. Yeah. Because I always noticed when anytime throughout the years when I've lost weight, I always notice it in my face first. So that will always be the first place that I notice my my weight loss. So that's why I'm going to be doing the pictures. So if you're not subscribed to me on Instagram, I do have a link. It is on the top part of the page on YouTube. It has my Etsy shop, which I do have a couple things in there. I have a candle in there, and I do have their little oil pieces that you actually, they're glass, and you put them in your car, and they are car diffusers. One is a apple berry type of scent, and one is like a mahogany teakwood type of scent. So one is silver and one is black. Okay, we're gonna put you here. So if you're interested in those, I do have those in my Etsy shop. I am thinking about selling my witchy journal that I created quite a while ago. It's not really something that I know I'm going to use, so I am thinking about putting that in my Etsy shop if you are interested. So keep checking back to my Etsy shop. You will most likely see it very soon in the future. That's got gold on it. So candles is something that I did mostly in my Etsy shop. I was going to give it up. I don't think I'm going to give it up completely. I think what I am going to do is I tend to do those more at the holidays. I usually tend to make candles and stuff in the fall and in the winter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on doing that. Oh, I like that piece better. But it's only going to be maybe 2 or 3 cents. It's not going to be anything, because I create my own scents when I do my candles. You know, I mix fragrances, so I usually will always create my own. We need a little piece over here. See, I forgot to ink it. Okay, let's get rid of this page. All right, let's get that page. It's pretty good. So what do you guys think? I like it. Let's move this up out of the way. I think I need to do a little bit more up on top there, not a lot. So I'm just going to take some of this book page here. All right, that's good. All right, so let's ink this up. Now, I have to see about a closure because I'm going to need to put it underneath. That I've not thought about because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off on putting this and the back piece on. Hello, Gabrielle. Yes. You want to say hello? Yes. So yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on putting these on, only due to the fact that I'm going to need to put it underneath for the closure. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to just deal with the collage part right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here. Okay, so because I did so much chit chat in the beginning, we're going to stop here. Okay, so on the next video, what we are going to do is most likely insert the flaps on the insides here so that we can get that part done. And then maybe we'll see about doing the actual spine itself then, because this will then all be collaged. So I'm going to do all the collage on my own. So thank you all for joining me. Again, I will have all of the links and information about Dave's digital kits in my description. Also too, I do list stuff from Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate. So anything you do purchase from my links, I do get a small commission for. Thank you very much if you do purchase from there, because any little bit helps me right now, especially since I'm on temporary disability right now. Also too, I do have a link down below if you would like to buy me a coffee. I do have that also too in my description box down below. And again, if you want to check out my Etsy shop for those scent items that I currently have out there. And stay tuned. Like I said, I'm probably going to be listing the Witchy Journal. And I don't know, we'll see. I have that journal that I still have to make for Tobias. I'm kind of afraid to make it because I'm not really sure of dealing with leather. But I've already made the signatures, so I have to have this done by September 9th. So I have to start working on this too. So maybe I'll see about making a video for that as well. But like I said, also too, look forward to the ice cream video that I'm going to be placing up in the next probably day or so. And that will give you the recipe that I use for my creamy machine. So if you like ice cream and summertime's coming, make sure you check out that video too. So take care, everybody, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye.